Hello, my dears. Today I'm going to give you a brief video about how to form and create Snapchats on Google Slide, just in case you need any further instruction. And sometimes getting these pictures into these weird shapes can be a little bit weird. So I'm going to uh, do one with you, and that way you can see. Okay, so I've given you an example here, and then you'll have a blank slide underneath with which to create your own. Okay, so we're going to create a Snapchat for Tom. So help your using the characterization, allow that to help you create these snaps. Okay, so for me, Tom is very self centered. He's kind of vain about the way he looks. He continues to live on those football dreams. So I have a picture of, well, it's not really him, but I found a vintage 1920s, picture of football, and then captioned that myself. And I'll show you how to put in emojis as well. It's really easy on Google Slides. Okay, so I've come here and I've got a blank template, and I leave it white for now because that's easiest for me. And so then what I'm going to do is I am going to find a picture I want to use. So for this next one, I'm going to have quote unquote Myrtle and her sister. Not that one. There we go. Right. So I've saved this picture to my drive, right, just to show you. I tried 1920s candid city photos. Anything that will give you some sort of feel for the timeline. Candid is a good keyword, meaning that they don't necessarily sit for portraits. So you're going to get a whole lot more of like the gen pop or the general population when you search for this. Or you could also take out city and see what comes up. All right. But those kind of keywords are going to be helpful for you with Google as far as trying to find Snapchats for Tom, since they do spend a lot of time in the city as well. Okay. So you're going to come and you're going to insert an image. I've saved it, so I'm going to upload it from my computer. All right. Here's the one I want to use. All right. Here's the cool thing. Up here near this crop image, it also gives you a mask option, right? This is the same thing for the Instagram, okay? So when you come up here and you want to put the little circle in here, this is where the mask tool menu bar option comes from. When you select that image, it's going to pop up, right? So when you aren't clicking on the image, it's not going to show up. So you have to click first, right? And then you have the drop down and you can put it into any shape that you like, okay? Which I think is pretty cool. So if we wanted to be slanted in our Snapchat, we could. I am a little biased. I really like the rounded rectangle, but I did that one for the previous one. So I'm maybe going to do a heart because he's cheating on Daisy with Myrtle. We can pull that into whatever kind of shape we think we like, right? Ta-da! Maybe if we don't like the way that cuts into her face, you can pick a different shape. It will be your Snapchat. You do what you like. We can maybe pretend that this is Myrtle and we don't care so much about her sister, right? Plus, that seems like a very Tom thing, right? He would just chop out whatever he doesn't care about because he really doesn't, okay? Um, the way I did the background on this was I inserted a shape. So maybe we can do my little biased round rectangle here. Okay. You can do it gradient style, which is pretty cool. All right. And when you want something to be behind something, if I send it backwards, my image will reappear. Okay. When you aren't clicking on anything, background comes back up, and that is going to be the base background color for the very back. Don't add it to theme because you'll change everything. Just hit done. All right, and there we formed the basis for our Snapchat. Now to create text, we're going to want to give it a text box, okay? And Snapchats, I know that you can turn the words and be fancy and creative. You can do whatever you like. I'm pretty basic, so I'm just going to stick with my standard across the line snap we got going, okay? Um, what we can do, sorry, is, it kind of has that gray background to it when you type, right? And then I like to center it, right? So that it's even when we type. And then you can capture this however you want. All right, you can use some of that slang I've had you research in the beginning for the very purpose of being able to have accurate snaps and references into these things. Ooh, and I misspelled Myrtle. Yes, I did. Myrtle. All right. So there we have it. Myrtle looking like the bee's knees. Now, let's say we wanted to add in some bees, right? If we want like that bee emoji, we go up here to insert. We're going to go to special characters. All right. Um, you'll find other categories. You will be able to select emoji or you can draw the symbol here, but you will be able to cycle through here. So let's see if we can find some bees. Oh my gosh, it's so tiny. Oh, there they are, bees. And each time you click on it, it'll insert one, right? So then when you're done, we've got 4 little bees sitting in there, Myrtle looking like the bee's knees. There. And that, my dears, is how you create a snap on Google Slides.